And granted, we're not going to see this for a while, but when we do, that's where the money's going to be at. The normal people stuff, not these $250,000 tickets to tickle space. Welcome back to Broke Man Finance. My name is Adam. Well, they did it. No, I am not talking about the successful Virgin Galactic Richard Branson test flight. I'm talking about another successful Simpsons prediction of the successful Virgin Galactic Richard Branson test flight. The Simpsons never cease to amaze. But in all seriousness, over a year ago, when Broke Man Finance first got started on the YouTubes, one of the first companies / stocks that I reviewed was Virgin Galactic, ticker symbol SPCE. In that video, I talk about their billionaire leader, Richard Branson, and the catalyst it could be for the company if he successfully went to space. Well, that very thing happened, but it really didn't get reflected in the share price like a lot of us thought. But why? Was this a case of buy the rumor, sell the news? We're going to talk about what happened, and I'm also going to tell you what I believe is the main moneymaker for Virgin, and it's not these $250,000 space tickets. Well, it has been years in the making, but Richard Branson finally flew into space aboard one of his space planes. Amazon founder and Blue Origin owner Jeff Bezos is supposed to be going up later this month and was certainly the reason Sir Richard got in such a hurry because his flight got pushed up knowing that Bezos was getting ready to go later this month. Branson has said that wasn't the reason for him upping his space flight time, but we all know that's BS. However, Blue Origin is low-key throwing shade at Virgin, saying that Richard didn't actually get into space. Apparently, he didn't cross the Karman line, which generally defines the boundary of space. But NASA, the U.S. Air Force, the Federal Aviation Administration, and some astrophysicists consider the boundary between the atmosphere and space to begin 50 miles up. And Richard hit 55 miles. I mean, I get Blue Origin is a little salty after Branson kind of jumped Bezos. I get that. But I think I'm going to ride with NASA on this one when it comes to telling me where space is. But when you think about it, could there be a bougier competition between rich people? Jesus. Space planes, for God's sake. But regardless, you have to admire the courage from all these billionaires. Because if you have been following Virgin Galactic since 2007, you will remember when a rocket motor test in California's Mojave Desert left 3 workers dead. And in 2014, when a Virgin Galactic rocket plane broke apart during a test flight, killing one pilot and seriously injuring the other. But that seems to be all behind us now, and fingers crossed, hopefully so, because no one wants to see anyone hurt or certainly killed. But Virgin Galactic has over 600 reservations right now for these space tickets, and one space ticket is costing $250,000. Out of those 600 reservations, you have celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and more. And after Jeff Bezos is hopefully successful, I don't want to see anybody get hurt, after his successful test flight, that's when Blue Origin will announce their own price points for their tickets. And I feel fairly certain we're going to see some more celebrities getting on board, no pun intended. Now, although Virgin Galactic will finally start earning some money after all these years, I just don't believe that's where the long-term money is going to come from for Virgin Galactic. Now, we're a ways away from this, and I'm not saying this is going to be happening anytime soon, but the moneymaker, I believe, whenever we're looking 20, 25 years out, is going to be from Supersonic travel. Now, that part of Virgin Galactic doesn't get the same attention that these space flights are getting, and rightfully so. The space flights are very exciting, it's very new, there are celebrities involved, I get it. But if you are a new Virgin Galactic investor, or you're just new to the company itself over the past year because of all the publicity, check out this fun fact. Rolls-Royce partnered with aerospace firm Reaction Engines to create a propulsion system for a supersonic jet designed by Virgin Galactic. The plane's design will fly up to 19 passengers at up to 3 times the speed of sound. How fast is that? Well, imagine going across the entire United States in around an hour or less. Imagine going from New York to London in 90 minutes. Right now, that's around a 7.5 hour flight. Mark Thomas, CEO of Reaction, has said that this technology will transform the way society travels forever. In my humble pea-brain opinion, and granted, we're not going to see this for a while, but when we do, That's where the money's going to be at. The normal people stuff. Not these $250,000 tickets to tickle space. There's no question that those 19 seats on that plane will be very expensive. I'm sure they will be. However, people find value in convenience. And regardless if it's a family emergency, business, or you just don't want to be stuck between two people looking at the back of a headrest for 10 hours. People will be willing to pay this multiple times throughout their life. So I see in the future this emerging as the main revenue driver for Virgin Galactic. And it'll just be a while before we get there. But in the long term, I see this as the real moneymaker. Kathy Wood was a big believer in this part of Virgin Galactic as well, but she sold the majority of her shares in Virgin, missing the run-up they've had over the past couple of months. That was certainly a misstep of the famed investor, in my opinion, and I was publicly critical of Chamath Palihapitiya and Branson selling off their shares because I felt like it appeared as a red flag. Nonetheless, Virgin has come roaring back over the past couple of months, and they're still sitting in a pretty good position, although they've had a little bit of a drop-off today. Many thought, myself included, that the Richard Branson test flight was going to be a massive catalyst for Virgin Galactic. Well, it turned out not to be enough, because at the time of this filming, they are down nearly 12% and are trading for around $43. Why? Well, Richard Branson said in a filing that it may sell up to $500 million worth of stock. Virgin Galactic said in a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, that it entered into a distribution agreement with Credit Suisse Securities, Morgan Stanley, and Goldman Sachs, in which the company may, keyword, may offer to sell up to $500 million in shares of the company's common stock. Surely Branson knew that this was going to negatively affect the share price. But could he have actually thought that the hype surrounding his own test flight and the fact that he brought in DJ Khaled, Elon Musk, Stephen Colbert as the master of ceremonies, did he think that all this event could overshadow the potential for selling $500 million worth of stock? Now, the shares aren't sold, it's just they have the option to do so at their own discretion. But investors, regardless of the test flight, did not like that news, and a sell-off began. Do you think now is a good time to sell Virgin Galactic and scalp some of those profits, or are you going to diamond hand those space shares all the way to the moon? A lot of people believe that Branson's test flight was going to send SPCE into triple-digit territory. But when it didn't, shareholders are kind of looking at it like, well, crap, what now? For me personally, and I'm no financial advisor, but I would probably sell Virgin Galactic right now, because if Branson was supposed to be the major catalyst we've all been waiting on to send this share price over $100 a share, and it didn't happen, well, what's the next catalyst? What else are we looking at if it really didn't have that much of an effect on the share price? So now I can see this one continuing to fall. I personally would be looking to scalp profits and buying back in at a lower price and waiting on that next catalyst to come up. Sell the news, buy the rumor. Let me know what you're going to do in the comments below. I'd love to hear your strategy. As always, I hope you stay safe, I hope those stocks stay green, and we will see you next time.